Welcome to the Boys and Goal podcast. I am Ricky.
I'm Jordan.
Today we're going to be talking about 3-1 against Columbus. Exciting game.
There's only one yellow team.
Yeah. Man, it's crazy. They have yellow and black. Well, I guess we started.
That's that is their colors, to be fair.
Yeah, they started that. Or whatever.
I mean, we're
Either
typically, our second color is typically the navy blue, but
yeah, we took them anyway. So, man, yeah, that was a crazy, exciting game. Started out a little bit.
The second half was.
Yeah, the second half for sure. The first half we were dangerous. I feel like we were attacking and everything, but the second half is when everything came together for us.
Oh yeah, they scored a pretty insane goal in the second minute.
Yeah, yeah, that was a pretty goal. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's no way that Willis would have gotten to that.
Oh, and no chance at that one.
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of people on Twitter talking about how the atmosphere was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like much higher than it normally is, and how even after they had scored, there was still like a energy in the stadium that we could come back or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Anytime we concede and we're behind, I lose all hope.
It feels like it because we kind of. I mean, we're not really too much of a team from that comes from behind.
Well, let me try to find this again really fast. I saw a stat just like 30 minutes ago, in like the 80th minute plus, like 80th minute into the end this season, I think we've scored 9 goals and conceded 2.
Oh wow!
In the last 10 minutes of the game. So, I mean, granted, I think a lot of the time we're already ahead or we're scoring a game winner at that point.
Yeah.
Rather than coming back. But
yeah, usually the 80th minute is when you're like, hoping that the other team doesn't catch up or something like that. So I can see, or I guess attacking as much, and then we can come in and clear up.
Yeah, and it's especially extra surprising given Gary's track record with parking the bus. I even said, because he pulled off, I think it was Bunbury whenever Zimmerman came in. So we took off our striker for a center back and we switched to a 5 at the back.
Yeah.
And I even said, consider this bus officially parked.
Yeah, that has been the strategy. I think Bunbury out for either a mid or a defense.
Here it is. It's 8 goals past the 80th minute and 2 against.
Yeah, I mean, ooh.
But it also says we have a +9 goal differential after the 60th minute this season.
So we are a second half team.
We're very much a second half team this season, yeah.
Yeah. Gary goes over there and talks to them.
Which is kind of funny because I feel like I remember last season we'd attack the first 10 minutes. If we got a goal, cool. If not, we'd slow down and just kind of grind through the entire game until like the last 5 minutes. Then we'd try to score again.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, like I said it in the NSC Fan TV a few times. I mean, Gary's tactics have evolved and getting to this place where it's a very level. You defend, but you also attack when you can, like taking advantages of your their fumbles or whatever their errors. It's crucial for our tactics.
Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about the diamond formation, about how that's changed a lot, like for the better. But
yeah,
I do still think our 5 at the back is a very solid formation.
Yeah,
just because that's where we like to soak up pressure in that formation. And then once we do get the ball, that's when we can unleash these ridiculously fast counterattacks with Schaffelberg or Fafa or Hani.
Oh, man, yeah.
So, like, it is a more defensive formation, but we still score a decent amount out of it because we score. I think both of our second and third goals or after switching to that formation, I believe.
Yeah.
No, I'm completely wrong because Bunbury scored our second one.
Yeah. The second one was Bunbury, and the first one was Fafa both from corners.
That's good to see too, because I always feel like our set pieces aren't the best.
Yeah,
especially corners, because most of the time Mukhtar takes them and sends them near post. Because I think our general strategy, like our tactic with corners, seems to be put Zimmerman on the near post, put the ball to his head, and he flicks it back to the back post.
Yeah, we saw,
which of course has worked
one
in the past, but since he's been out for a while, it hasn't been working. I think we've been moving up Mayer to try and take that role, but it just hasn't been working as well. So kind of surprised to see how much we're scoring off the corners lately.
Well, McNaughton, he took that role. He stayed up there, and that's when he scored his goal a few games ago. But yeah, I mean, the first one, I think Hani was the one who took the first corner.
Yeah, he did.
And he went to Fafa. That was the most, like, the weirdest bounce, and it was a back flip, back kick flip. I don't know what that was. And then so yeah, I mean, he went in. And
he just kind of went flying through the air.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he was kicking. He was just like, "Hey, here we go."
Just put yourself in the way and hope for the best.
Yeah, so I don't know if he was being flicked by the other guy or if he was actually trying to kick it back heel like that, but it went in, so that's all that matters.
Yeah,
it looked cool. And then the second one was Bunbury, and that one went through the legs of the goalie.
Yeah,
that was pretty crazy.
Header.
Ooh. I don't know if he meant to do that, but yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know, because usually with headers you either want to, of course, just redirect the ball to the goal, or you can do what he did and like spike it essentially.
Yeah, I mean, spiking it is really hard.
Yeah, it's not super easy, but like it's the most effective, I would say, because if you just head it towards the goal, I'd say you're taking momentum off of it because you're changing the direction of it, and so it's not going as fast into the goal as it was towards you.
Yeah.
So the keeper has a better chance of saving it rather than if you spike it down, because they're not always expecting the ball to go straight down, and then it can take a weird bounce depending on the spin on it.
Yeah. I mean, overall, that was a really good header. And I like the celebration. I like his celebrations so far. He kind of slows down and just starts walking all mean.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Chef's kiss."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that. I forget who it was, but it's some player from the Premier League years ago. Like he didn't score, or sorry, he didn't celebrate one of his goals. And he was asked in an interview afterwards, they were like, why didn't you celebrate? You know, that's like, you won the game for your team or whatever. And his response was, does the postman celebrate when he delivers the letters?
Oh.
Just doing my job.
Just doing my job. There you go. Awesome. So I said the first one was Hani to Fafa. The second one was Lovitz taking a corner from the right side. And
yeah.
That was perfect right there too.
I usually prefer Lovitz on corners over Hani, but
yeah, I would rather have him for the rebound. But I mean, I guess this year they decided to just do Hani on the left, Lovitz on the right, and yeah, that's it. It used to be where they both go at the same time and kind of like to throw off the people, but that never really worked, I guess. I don't know if that
because we never did anything different.
Yeah, it's
like the other one would be up there to be like, oh, we might take a short kick, but then I don't think we've ever taken a short corner.
Nah. Yeah, so I mean, I like it. I mean, if we just do Mukhtar on the left and Lovitz on the right, that'd be good. Now that we have Leal back, maybe Leal will take him from the left. I'm not sure, but we'll see. And we got the last goal again from Lovitz. I mean, not from Lovitz, an assist from Lovitz. A perfect pick from the. I don't know if he was their defender or midfield, but it was like pretty close to our goal. He picked it out. The guy was just. I mean, Lovitz just took it from him, and then
it's kind of
kicked
a 50-50.
it perfectly.
They went at it. He won it.
Yeah, and kicked it perfectly for Hani, and he just took it in. Just went to town with all the crosses and all the Hani shimmy.
Yeah, another pretty insane angle. He also had a Leao there if he wanted to pass it, but I think Leao was pretty covered, so it's probably the best idea to take the shot there, and just if it's saved, Leao's there for the rebound.
Yeah, I mean, he took the step over, and then the guy gave him a little bit of space. So, hey, I mean, he had the space, he had apparently the angle, so he went for it. Yeah, so, I mean, that one was at the very end, and that's when we were like, yeah, we called it. So, you guys know that we called it 3-1. Man,
yeah, we
that
both called
good.
this game ending 3-1.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing we were celebrating at the end.
Yeah.
Like, we already won because it was 2-1. It was like, all right, let's get one more just so we're right.
Yeah.
And then in the last possible minute of the game.
Yeah, that was
97th
awesome.
minute.
Yeah, that was perfect. I was like, yeah, we did it. We called it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the first one we've gotten right or not, but that's the first one I know of for sure, just because we both said the same thing.
Yeah, I never check back. I always say 2-1, and we've had a couple of those, but I don't think that.
I almost always say 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of odd to get a 3-1, so that's why it stuck to me. I was like,
yeah,
oh,
it
we
did
both
kind of
said
stand
it.
out.
Yeah. So, yeah, awesome. We had, I mean, pretty much we dominated. When it comes in the second half, we had 17 shots, 10 on goal. They had 12 and 6 on goal, so it wasn't too far off. But I mean, we were getting up there pretty often. We were very dangerous.
Yeah, we definitely controlled the second half until stoppage time, I think.
Yeah.
Because boy, they started attacking.
They just went off, yeah. And that's what I thought.
It was just nonstop.
Yeah.
Just pelting it at the goal. Joe definitely kept us alive there.
Yeah. When they first started, when that first goal happened, I was like, yeah, they are coming with everything. They just got knocked out, just like us, from the U.S. Cup, the Open Cup. So they wanted, they wanted to just win another one. But man, they came out swinging, and then we try to keep them back with some scary attacks that we had as well. But I mean, yeah, overall, the possession, it kind of surprised me. It's 47-53. It was pretty even.
Yeah, I think I'm sure mostly comes from the first half.
Yeah.
Because, I'll be honest, I don't remember a ton about the first half. So,
yeah.
It was just, I don't know,
Yeah.
it felt like we were, not that we were barely in it, maybe I was barely into it, just because, like I said, I tend to, like, just go into instant doom mode once we're losing.
Like, oh, no.
And they scored in the second minute, so I'm just like, oh, God.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I feel like the first half was very even, back and forth. Second half, I believe that until we scored, it was pretty much us. And then we backed up a little bit. But overall, I mean, that was an even, I would say, I guess. I mean, it didn't seem like it, like I said, but I'm guessing because we backed off at the end, that's what happened.
Yeah, man, they got real unlucky to not equalize.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think
especially on that overhead kick. Ooh.
Yeah, we got carried by Willis, and he should have been the man of the match.
I can't believe he didn't get it.
Yeah,
and
him or Lovitz. I mean,
it was either Mukhtar or Willis, in my opinion, because Willis kept us alive. He's the only reason we walked out with 3 points, in my opinion. Well, not the only reason, obviously, but
I feel
think
like
we definitely could have conceded there, and I would not have been surprised. But it's either him or Mukhtar with a goal and an assist. But they gave it to Bunbury, who only had 1 goal.
I think that they're looking at more of what he did in the hold up and the picks that he had, I guess.
Yeah, it's more than just goals and assists and saves.
They're not just like, you get it.
Regardless, there were better players on the pitch than Teal Bunbury.
I feel like Willis, because he would have lost us the game, because it was like 3 back-to-back, I think, 2 or 3 at least, that Willis just like had amazing saves. And I mean, that's just, we were right there, I guess. That's one of the things also. We were right there with Willis, and those saves were amazing. So I guess we noticed them more than anything else. Maybe we would have noticed it a little bit more if we were up there with Bunbury. But I mean, overall, like, our team is doing good. We're on fire. Been pretty good set of games. Hopefully we can continue.
Yeah, I meant to look. Let's see. That is 7 games unbeaten in the league.
Yeah.
And if you don't count the Miami game, that's like 10 plus in all competitions. Which, I mean, obviously you would count it because we lost, but
yeah.
Minus that, we were on a pretty good run, and our last loss came to New York back in April. So
yeah, I remember at this time last year, we were not doing so great. I remember that we had just opened the stadium, and we were struggling to get points.
we struggled a lot at the beginning of last season. It was it 8 straight away games?
Yeah,
because they still needed to finish the stadium, but
yeah,
we came out of that stretch pretty well.
Yeah, that one was fine. When we started at the stadium, that's when it started to get a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't have the best home record last season.
Yeah.
I remember saying, like, I think a month into Giotto's opening, I was like, can we just go back to Nissan?
Yeah.
Because
odd.
We didn't lose a single home game in the 2021 season.
Yeah. But hey, so Hani is doing pretty good this year. I forgot you gave us a chart of how he's doing with goals and assists, and he's crushing that from last year.
He's outperforming his last 2 seasons already.
Yeah.
Like, not final stats obviously, but like at this point last season.
Yeah.
And the season before, he's at least 5 like goal contributions ahead of where he was at this point the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, he's definitely acting like an MVP, and hopefully gets another one this year. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of guys with a lot of goals. I think he's behind 2 goals so far, but
I think it's only 1. He's on
1.
He's on 9, I believe, and isn't the top 10. We checked that last week.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong, but
I know that we were tied. Like, he was tied with like 4 different guys. For like at 8, so now he would have 9.
Oh, Miami sacked Phil Neville.
What?
Yeah.
Just now?
Yeah, I went to the MLS site to check the Golden Boot race, and the first thing, Inter Miami part ways with head coach Phil Neville.
Let's put a breaking news.
Well.
That's awesome. I mean, not for him. That sucks. Right? He had it coming. Man, he had it coming. If it wasn't for Nashville losing to Miami, that would have been like, it would have been then.
Yeah. We would have gotten 2 coaches sacked this season.
Yeah. Well, technically we did because we contributed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Bawanga has 10. Ferreira, I always screw up this guy's name. Giacomakis from Atlanta.
Yeah, I didn't even try.
Morris and Mukhtar are on 9. So.
Dang. Yeah, I was gonna say Morris. Yeah.
But if you look at the assists of those top 5, Bawanga 2, Ferreira 1, Giacomakis 0, Morris 1, Mukhtar 7.
I mean, this is not. I mean, this is his team. This is Hani's team, man.
The only person ahead of him in assists is Almada
Wow.
with 8, and Ani has 7.
Oh wow. And he's about to go. So
Well, he's tied with Gazdag from Philadelphia with 7.
okay.
But regardless, he's 1 under top goal scorer and 1 under top assist leader.
Yeah, that's definitely good.
Definitely
an
another
MVP.
MVP caliber season.
For sure. Yeah, even like I said, if even if he doesn't get it, like he is definitely our MVP for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean we're approaching the halfway point of the season. We're 15 games in now. I think 17 or 18 is the halfway point.
Yeah.
So.
And one of the things to notice is that our team is clicking. I mean, we have added some new people. I mean, you can see McNaughton. You can see Leal coming back a little bit. You can see Schaffelberg and Fafa going crazy right now. And Muil. Muil's doing pretty good as well. So, I mean, everybody overall, I mean, I can mention everybody. I mean, even Bunbury. I mean, this time last year, he was just kind of getting a little bit hot, but then had a setback or something like that. So, I mean, everybody overall is clicking.
I think he spent a little while injured not long after we signed him.
Yeah. Yeah, he maybe did a couple games or so, and then he had to sit back. But then came back and did better than CJ.
Yeah, he had a 4-game stretch last season. He scored 4 games in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, he just came in and scored. So.
I mean, yeah, that's where he starting over CJ. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, McNaughton overall has been a really good trade there. We got a young guy that is looking really good. Is a really good potential to hold on to Zimmerman's position once he, if he's hurt or if he goes to international breaks now coming up. So.
I mean, he's only 2 years younger than Zimmerman.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing really good.
But yeah, I did see earlier Zimmerman got called up for the Nations League.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll probably miss him even more games than we want to. So.
Yeah, I wonder if the reason why he was sitting out was to make sure that he was available for the U.S.
It's possible. I hope not, but.
Yeah, I mean, we did okay with McNaughton, but it was sketchy there for a minute.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said a minute ago, we're on a 7-match unbeaten streak in the league.
Yeah.
And before that was a loss to NYC. Before that we had a draw with Toronto. Then before that we beat Orlando.
Yeah.
Where is this game? Where's the LA game? Oh, it was actually after that. So actually the first game that he not really missed, he subbed on, or he subbed off rather.
Yeah.
During the LA
The
game.
LAFC, yeah.
And we immediately conceded, but that we, aside from the Miami game where we were eliminated in the Open Cup, which he wouldn't have played in anyway, we have not lost a game.
Wow.
So I mean, not that we don't miss him.
Oh, for sure.
But I mean, we haven't really needed him lately, which is definitely a good thing to see.
Yeah, and that's what I mean with McNaughton. He's the one. I mean, of course, Mayer. I mean, Mayer is the first one that you notice. The second one, the one that is filling in his role, McNaughton. Or I don't know if actually Mayer and Zimmerman, I'm sure that those two roles are kind of, they go back and forth. But for whatever Zimmerman was doing, McNaughton for sure stepped up and did his best. So he's doing really good. It's going to be weird to see Zimmerman and McNaughton going for the starting role now. I don't think that they.
Do you think McNaughton's going to challenge Zimmerman for a starting position?
Yeah. Hey, at this point, he can. I mean, That's one of the
You
things.
think he's gonna challenge one of our designated players?
Hey, I mean, if he can do it, I mean, why not? You know, I feel like this guy.
if anything, he'll be challenging Mayer, not Zimmerman.
Well, I guess Mayer. Never mind. Well, I mean, I guess I was thinking because Zimmerman went out or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to know. Well, so I joke around about that. Like, of course, you know, Zimmerman's gonna start, but it's really, really good to know, and it's really reassuring to see that we have that in the bench, like either Mayer or McNaughton, or whatever
sure.
It's
especially,
really
especially
good
after losing Romney.
Yeah, Romney. I think that's probably what would cover that hole, the Romney shaped hole.
I still think it's just a patchwork because Romney was a starter.
Yeah.
Romney started over Mayer, so Romney leaving has thrusted Mayer into the starting position, and now we've just signed the person to play Mayer's old spot, the backup center back.
Yeah. Well, and you can see Mayer. We're not talking too much about Mayer because we know Mayer is reliable now. Like, he's been starting and he's been doing great. He's been taking like, we are right there. You know, we see him taking charge of the defense and everything. So he's doing really good. And I feel like for overall what we have, Mayer, Zimmerman, and McNaughton, those three are doing great, filling in whatever we had, you know, with Romney. Thankfully, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I never had any doubt that we would see an immediate drop in quality in the first team, because I did know how good Mayer was. Yeah. I knew he was ready to step up and take that opening position that Romney was leaving behind. The thing I was worried about was the depth, because selling Romney made a massive hole in our depth. Yeah. And luckily, I think we've patched it. I don't know if it's a full-on fix, but it's definitely patched for the time being with McNaughton.
Yeah, but it's to a point. Even and we still haven't mentioned Bauer. Bauer did great in the U.S. Open Cup, and even before that, he came in a few times also. So that's another thing that we have there. A backup to the backup. I mean, right. I feel like we are securing the back for sure. So now let's go ahead and focus on the mid and the attack, the 9. That's another thing that we need to talk about. Yeah,
you said something about the mid. Have you seen the reports about this young midfielder we're talking about signing? Or not necessarily talking about signing, but there's rumors that there's interest in him.
The guy that I told you guys about, the Honduras or Guatemala guy?
I'll have to find it again. I don't remember.
Yeah, hold on.
I saw it earlier. This guy was 20 years old, so.
Yeah. I shared something with you guys. Let me see. Because Jesse was like, "Can he score?"
Yeah.
No, it's a guy. His name is Isaac Castillo. Isaac Castillo from Honduras. Yeah.
I think that's who I saw earlier.
Yeah. He's tearing it up in the under 20 World Cup. So.
Yeah, Castillo. That's who I saw earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, Soundwave Soccer, which I believe is another. I think they're another podcast. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I like this time of the year, by the way, when we start hearing rumors and seeing what could happen, what is in the works. Because I usually feel like we're just kind of left blank, you know, in the dark.
I can't really tell. They don't. I'm pretty sure they're a podcast, but they're talking about having an interview with Castillo and his agent sometime this week.
Nice.
But yeah, they were saying that, or I saw them post on Twitter earlier that they can confirm there is interest with Nashville from speaking with his agent. So, never seen him play, but that's a young midfielder is definitely something we need.
Yeah, I mean, he's welcome here, man. He's under 20. I believe that somebody said that he's way under DP status, because he's not really.
Yeah, I don't think he would take up that much of a wage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for starting people, under 20 and all that. The only thing is that I don't want to start paying them like, stupid DPs, out here creating divas,
Yeah.
That's my fear, like if you're going to have somebody that is 20, really young or whatever, have them actually start from zero, make their way up. If they're doing good, then reward them. If not, then, whatever, kick them out or whatever. But, or have them, make sure that they know that if they're not doing good or they're being divas or whatever, that they can be sent off to, Huntsville. You're doing bad or you're doing some crazy stuff, go to Huntsville, recover, do whatever. Not saying that everybody that goes to Huntsville is a diva or anything, just saying like, we don't need that in here,
Yeah.
It's a big potential to that when you're talking about young kids starting out with crazy amounts of money.
Yeah, actually they've already posted this interview. It's just a like a web page. It's not like a vocal interview.
Yeah.
Or like a audio, that's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, I'm reading through this. I'll post it in like the description of the YouTube video and like the episode notes for everything else.
Yeah.
I'll post the link to it. But they're pointing out like Nashville uses a 4-4-2 diamond right now. Where do you see yourself fitting in? And he says he's played in 4-4-2 before, and he's used to playing any scheme since he was little because his coaches got him to get used to playing several positions.
Yeah, that's good.
So, I mean, yeah, if he can play any position in the midfield, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah. Our midfield pretty much changes back and forth. I know that for the most part, McCarty doesn't really run too much, so he stays back. But when it comes to Godoy and Davis, they are fluid, pretty much like go back and forth. And we already know that Davis can run around and not get tired.
Yeah.
I feel like Godoy is the same, but just for, keeping him, fit and because he had that one thing at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I think that's why he gets subbed off. But yeah, I mean, I'm also liking our mid with Anunga doing really good in the U.S. Open Cup. But more than anything, Gregush coming in and taking charge as well. So he's doing really good.
I'm wondering when he's going to get a start.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't. Like in the league, I mean, because he started in the Open Cup. But
right. Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of surprising to me.
Good. I think that didn't he start when Godoy was out, or that was before that?
Yeah, I don't think he started for us yet. I could be wrong, but I don't think he has.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like right now Godoy and McCarty are doing pretty good. Davis as well when he comes in, and Gregush coming in later. I feel like they give us a boost in strength in the midfield when they come in. Like if we're needing that tie or whatever, they come in and secure it for sure.
Yeah, I mean our midfield depth is solid. It's just the age is an issue.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I think they're all above 30, which in this sport is up there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can't be running 5 to 10 miles every single game for like well into your 40s unless you're like
Zlatan.
Yeah, Ibra or Ronaldo or just some ridiculous specimen that's not even human.
Yeah.
But,
so, I mean, Anunga's still pretty young, right? I think he's in his 20s.
He's like mid-20s, yeah, I believe.
Yeah, I think that we need to build up on him because he's got the stamina for sure. He just needs that extra, I don't know, finesse, I guess.
He is 26. Oh my lord, I'm older than him by a month.
By a month.
A month and 8 days. Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, so I guess that's all for the signings. And now we gotta wildly speculate for the number 9.
Yeah, I mean, somebody posted something earlier. It was like all the big names leaving clubs in Europe right now.
Yeah.
Like Firmino, Pukki, even Benzema. But I mean, he's not gonna come over here.
Nah.
He's still
Benzema,
top of his game right now. So
yeah, he's going to the Arab.
the Saudi League, yeah.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, nothing confirmed there, but I mean, that's probably where he's headed.
Yeah, I believe that Messi's doing the same thing. There's no way that Messi's coming down here and taking a pay cut when he's.
I mean, I've been seeing stuff. They're saying Miami's like looking favorable for it at the moment. I still don't see it ever happening.
Yeah, until it happens, man. Because right now, I guess LAFC's got that. They had that little fame with what's his name?
Bale.
Yeah, they had that little fame with Bale, and then he came in for like half a season, got them the championship, and left.
Yeah, I mean, I knew he wasn't gonna stick around very long. He wanted to stay fit for the World Cup, and then he retired. That's pretty much exactly what I expected.
Yeah, I mean, pay a couple of $1 million for that. I mean, it got him the league and everything, of course, but
it worked out.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for listening. We always appreciate your thoughts and input. If you have any questions or anything, always hit us up on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. You can hear us. Make sure that you share and like our content and Spotify and YouTube and all these places.
Yeah, it's with nobody's said anything about it, but it's telling me we're available on Apple Podcasts, but I've still never been able to find us on there.
Yeah,
I've tried looking into it, and it's just I don't know why it's not going up there. So if that's, I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh man, yeah. If you're looking for content, I guess we can also, because I don't think that we ever said thank you to our friends at NSC Fan TV. They have some really good interviews at the end of the match, and we always try to go over there and say hello and get interviewed over there.
Yeah, we're over there after most games.
Yeah, they do a really good job listening to people and their thoughts. It's really, really good.
Yeah, like even beyond the interview with Scott and Drew, like just the other people around there, like the conversations that you have with the other fans talking about the game is always pretty fun, especially after this match.
Oh, for sure.
We sat there for 20 minutes after our interview.
Yeah.
just talking to everybody.
We start out by saying let's wait the traffic to die down, and we end up going, there's nobody at the street.
Yeah. I mean, it works out as it's either sit in traffic or just talk about the game, wait for traffic to die down. So
yeah,
it's a good time. Good. They're by the merch truck. I think it's gate F.
Yeah.
The one right at the top of the stairs. They're hard to miss.
Yeah. It's it's a really good time. Stop by and say hi to them.
But yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything. So, who we playing next week? I forgot to check. Well, I say next week. I mean in 2 days.
Yeah.
We're playing Dallas.
Yeah, we're playing at Dallas. What are you? I guess we can do. We can see if we can guess it right this time. Again.
We've had a tough time on the road this season, but I'm gonna say 1-0.
1-0 us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm never gonna say we're gonna lose, even if I feel like we're going to. I'm gonna at least give us a tie.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I can say about FC Dallas is Ferreira is doing pretty good right now. We kind of shut him down during the U.S. Open Cup, but he didn't have his usual people behind him. So,
right.
Man, I would say let's go with another 2-1.
All right.
Yeah,
Another 2-1.
we'll win.
That's our specialty here. So
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty much it. We'll be back here next week for that match.
Yeah.
See you then.
See ya.